Hello and welcome to another 5K discussion.
What was that?
You have to restart. Sorry.
No, go ahead. We're going to play it like that.
No, just
go ahead. No, go.
Just restart.
Go. Come on, let's go. Come on ahead, let's go. Come on, let's go.
I messed up from the beginning.
That's all right. Let's push through it. Come on. It's Wimbledon.
Hello and welcome to another 5K tennis discussion. We are covering Wimbledon. This is show number 97. Just restart the show.
All right, here we go.
This is horrible.
No, don't stop it. Don't stop it, Chris. Don't stop it. Don't, for real, don't stop it. All right, look.
I'm sorry, I have an appointment, so
All right, so look.
I'm nervous.
Hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. It is Tuesday, July the 2nd, 2019, and we are here for show number 97. All right, hit that in Spanish. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Hola y bienvenido a otra discusión de 5K tenis. Hoy es el 2 de julio 2019 y estamos en el programa número 97.
Let's go.
Wow, I can't believe I messed up.
Talking about.
Oh,
all right, Chris, appreciate it. Yeah, don't touch that. But much love to you for keeping your eyes out. Had our 14-year-old son back there ready to do some damage.
He's laughing at me. He's like, "Wow, Mom,
she did pretty
really
good,
messed
though.
that up." No.
All right, I thought you did great, and
Oh,
hey, we motivated you to keep going. All right, it's round one of Wimbledon completion time. There is a few more matches.
I felt like Osaka there. Now I get how
Yeah,
she feels.
she
I had an Osaka moment.
Yeah, that was an Osaka moment for sure. But we are right on the cusp of round one, Wimbledon completing. There are still a few matches going. I think Millman just won. I think Cilic just took the first set against Manarino. I'm loving Manarino's shaved head. Right about now, Manarino's always kind of had that, longer hair and sometimes that cap. So the whole bald-headed Manarino looks a little new for me. Hopefully he's got some sunscreen on that thing.
Oh gosh, I didn't think about that.
Man. Anyway, if I had my head shaved like that and I didn't have a hat on, I would be like a raisinette in about 3 minutes flat.
I think any of us would be.
Let's go, Manarino. But let's go Cilic because he's on my fantasy team. All right, let's jump right into the show for today. Fantasy team results, topics, news, results, intriguing matches, and so forth. So let's jump right in. By the way, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It's always a big help for us, and we always appreciate all of you when you do so, or if not, we enjoy doing this, and if not for you, then there is no us. So thanks very much to all of you.
I want to say hi, Brandon from Texas. I couldn't remember your name yesterday, but I remember today. He's one of our new subscribers.
Is that the one that's got the perfect fantasy team right now?
I don't think Brandon participated in the fantasy.
All right.
No, he did not. You're thinking of Jordan.
There is one perfect fantasy team, and we're going to touch on that quickly, but because we have a ton to talk about. You can also catch up with Carla or myself on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at 5K Tennis. I think it's 5K Tennis 1 on Twitter. Mm-hmm. But you can expand the description field. I think it's a down arrow below the video or next to the title, and it will expand the description field, and all the links are right there if you want to communicate with us there. But it was a super nice day in London today. I think the temperature was around 72, and
that's nice.
For the most part, sunny in a sense, partly cloudy, and then that's always nice to have at Wimbledon. So we had a second day of good tennis and good weather. And
some seeds went out, as I predicted.
That's right. I think, Carly, you predicted Query to beat Thiem.
Yeah.
That occurred. And you predicted Potty Mouth Putintseva to beat Osaka.
Yes.
I thought that's a great job.
And I was hoping Tiafoe would beat Fognini, but it looks like your typical Tiafoe.
Well, he won the first set and lost the second, too. I think the match...
He lost the third one, too.
Oh, it's over.
No, they're in the fourth set.
No, okay, that's what I'm saying. So he won the first, I think, 7-5 or 6-4, and then dropped the next two
sets, yes.
Against Fognini.
Yes.
We'll get to that as well. But let's start off today's show real quickly with an update on the fantasy team selections that we do for either YTEX gear, jacket, shirt, strings, 5K tennis shirts, and the like. And again, there are going to be 2 winners, so the top 2 finishers will win. So with round 1 having now been completed, or for the most part, and again, Cilic is still playing, and I think Bertens is still playing as well.
Yes, she's playing still.
But out of the 29 total players, and again, there's 2 winners, so top 2, remember that. But out of the top, or out of 29 players, there is only 1 player at this point pending Cilic winning or losing this match against Manarino, and again, he just took the first set. That person would be Jordan Nelson, by the way. So much respect there for your picks. And again, what I wanted to reiterate is that these picks, if you are new to this channel, before we do our majors, our shows every day for majors, we ask everyone that wants to play to pick 8 players on the men's side and 8 players on the women's side. And only 5 on the men's side and 5 on the women's side can be inside of the top 20. The other 3 on each side, or 6, the other 6, cannot be in the top 20. But it's a fun thing, and it's relatively simple, but I wanted to read Jordan Nelson's team so everyone knows what you are competing with on this fantasy team. So Jordan Nelson's team is the following. These are his 16 players that he chose for this competition. Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Stanislas Wawrinka, Bautista Agut, Jen Leonard Struff, Kyle Edmund, and Marin Cilic still playing. As well, Ashley Barty, Carolina Pliskova, Serena Williams, Simona Halep, Johanna Konta, Sakari, Hercog, and Mertens.
Hercog, he's the only one that picked Hercog.
So as long as Cilic wins, he will be the only person that is undefeated after round 1. There are 3 people tied with only 1 person out. However, so again, the competition heats up heading into second week, especially when you only have a few players left and they keep winning. But there are 3 people tied for second with only 2 losses at this point. So that would be 14 points. And Jordan Nelson has 16 at this point, if Cilic wins. And those people are curling tennis with 1 out, Yuri Raz with 1 out, and Peter Dijkstra with 1 out. They lost curling tennis, lost Venus Williams, Yuri Raz lost Dominic Thiem, and Peter Dijkstra lost Venus Williams. So that's their only losses, and there is a lot of people tied with 2 out. Carla's one of them. So best of luck to everyone. The competition will be heating up really quickly.
Yes. By the way, Ethan Serena won today.
Yeah. So also too good. I'm glad you mentioned that now. There have been 5 bets that Carla and I have had with all of you leading up to the beginning of Wimbledon, and one is done. Carla bet Ethan DA in New York that Serena Williams would go farther in this Wimbledon than Naomi Osaka. Serena won today, Osaka lost yesterday, so Carla has prevailed in this bet. Somehow, some way, the bet was finalized that Ethan DA was going to bake cookies. I'm not a big fan of sweets, just saying. Carla isn't really either, but our 5 kids are. Even though we don't give them much, I'm just.
He's doing something special. He said he's putting mint in it or something like that.
Yeah, like some mint chocolate deal. So
I don't know.
So what we're gonna do?
That's cool. The kids are excited.
Yeah, the kids are stoked about it. So what we're gonna do is when we do our show post, when we get them, we'll have the cookies, hopefully something like right here, and we'll have each of the 5 kids make a cameo. Like, what's up, Jonathan? Take a cookie, bro. What's up, Chris? What's up, Gabby? What's up, Justin? What's up, Lily? So they'll say what's up to all you guys for the 5K, which equals 5 kids, tennis cameo with Ethan DA's cookies. Let's go. I might even eat one of those things.
He likes mint, so I don't.
All right, real quickly for the tennis racket giveaway. Again, that was for all of you viewers to select or predict the 2 men's finalists.
Someone lost.
The 2 women's finalists and both winners. And as long as you pick 3 out of the 4 finalists and at least 1 of the 2 winners, then you qualify to win it or will win it if you're the only one that does that. Everyone is still alive. However, again, Hitchhiker yesterday lost Osaka as a finalist and as a winner, so he's on the outside looking in. And then Dusan Dramikanin today
lost Shapovalov
as a finalist, but not as where's Shapovalov? Yeah, he lost him as a finalist, but not as a winner. So he's still very much alive as well. All right.
Wow, the tennis for Canada hasn't been good, huh? They had Bianca Andreescu shoulder injury. Bouchard went out today. Shapovalov went out today. Popasile went out to Pospisil to Felix Auger-Aliassime yesterday.
That was yesterday, yeah.
And there was another one. Schnur, I think, went out to Baghdadis.
Andreescu's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But Rannick's still in the mix, right?
Rannick, yeah. The veteran.
Yeah.
And Felix.
I think Rannick has a big chance to do big things at this Wimbledon. I do. I mean, I don't see why Rannick would not. He has the
only person that can give him trouble in the early rounds would be Wawrinka, and I have Wawrinka beating him.
Yeah, they could clash, I think, in the third round, yes. Right? So if you had to choose right now between who would win, between Wawrinka and Rannick, who would you pick?
Wawrinka.
It's a difficult call on grass for me.
The reason why is because Rannick can disappear sometimes. You know, he'll win that first set and his mind's not in it. And didn't Goran Ivanisevic train him too? Was his coach at once?
Yeah, you know how.
And Chile?
Yeah, but you know how I am with all these big name coaches that really aren't much more than publicity. I forget about Goran with tied up with Rannick. I don't think it's important in terms of the conversation of whether or not Rannick does good in this tournament.
The best tennis coaches always are the ones that were not the best players for some reason. They just see the game better.
Yeah, well, look at the game of football. Most of the coaches, well, not most, I would say a large percentage of college and elite NFL football coaches never even played football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, some of them do, and a handful of them do, or maybe more. But the more coaching geniuses tend to maybe not play the sport and have just studied it their whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
My thoughts on that. Hey, that's a great question. Across the board, do pros in their respective in their respective sports make better coaches overall?
I would say no. I would say maybe the ones that were lower. You know, some of these pros hire these coaches that were players, but they weren't as high, you know, as the guys they're coaching.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if I remember correctly, not saying, you know, Nick Bollettieri is, you know, the greatest coach ever, but I mean, he's got a great track record. I don't think he was ever the best tennis player, right?
No. Well, you've got Serena's dad and Venus' dad, too.
Yeah, and then in football, like the Belichicks. Did the Belichick play? He might have played some at maybe the college level. I don't want to, you know, bite my own tongue off there. I'm not sure there. But anyway, some of the best coaches in the business never really even played the games that they coach, or did, but not to the highest elite level.
Right.
All right, moving forward, a quick mention of our Screech level indicator meter. Generally, we do not break the Screech level indicator meter out if there is only one player screeching or grunting and the other one is relatively mute, okay? Does anyone want to guess why or who had our Screech level indicator be immediately removed from its case and placed right front and center in front of this match? Does anyone want to guess who it was? Do you want to guess, Carla?
Of course it was Sharapova.
Has to be Sharapova.
It was horrible, honestly.
This is an important topic right here. This is big for me, all right? Because I've always told people that for Wimbledon, we have zero tolerance with screeching, okay? I don't want to delay too much time on it, but whatever. I'm going on a screeching rant. A solo screecher, meaning her opponent, Parmentier, by the way, good player, French player who does very well in the Fed Cup and has helped France win Fed Cup tournaments. By herself, Parmentier, mute, Sharapova, slicing, solo act. She had no assisting help. Scored an 8 point.
Even a slice was, and then there was a shot that she thought was coming over the net. She was about to hit it. And she started her grunting. So I was like, wow.
She like grunted.
That's a bad habit.
She grunted before the ball. Here's the ball. It's bouncing. She's starting the grunt already. The ball is now bouncing, and she's already. And at the last second, slices right underneath it.
It's more like, it's weird.
Ridiculous. Anyway.
Didn't Christopher say it sounded like a cow being...
Yeah, we had all 5 kids in there for this match, and all of us, so the 5 kids, Carla and I, the dog and the cat, we all agreed that we registered a solo act screecher at an 8.4876413.
He said it sounded like a cow was being, what?
Yeah, I actually wrote that because it was funny, but I don't mean to hate on the mammal, the cow, but my 14-year-old son busted out with, man, that sounds like a dying cow. And I'm thinking to myself, how does he even know what a dying cow, sounds like? Maybe off a movie or something. I don't know. But he just busted out with, man, she sounds like a dying cow. I actually wrote that Sharapova sounded like someone gnawing their own leg off. Like, this hurts. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. I mean, she sounded like she just stepped on a rusty nail or something. She just stepped on this nail. Oh! Next shot. She steps on another one. And then she rips her foot off on the next shot. But steps back on the nail again. Just abhorrent. Jeez, man. Oh, but did we not? Towards the end of this match, because one of our sons had Sharapova on his fantasy team, which Sharapova lost, we had fun with it. We turned up the TV to max because we didn't want to hear it totally muted, but even if you turn it up a little bit, it was so annoying. So we cranked it up as high as it would go. And we had it on max sound, and it was like blowing our ears out when we were laughing about it. But we were just trying to overcome the nuisance of it. Solo act.
Parmentia did not grunt once, and she hit just as hard.
Topic number 2. Moving forward. Carla, somehow, someway. Do you have a pen, by the way? All right. So Carla, somehow, someway, managed to predict 2 major upsets in the first round. And both of them paid off with relative ease. Number 1, Carla predicted Sam Querrey to beat Dominic Thiem.
Yeah.
As well.
He got bagel. He bageled Thiem too in the 4th set.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Carla as well predicted Potty Mouth Putintseva to beat Naomi Osaka. So I thought that this would be a prime time to really give Carla a shout out for calling these picks, which I thought deserved some type of speech or interview, kind of like when a player wins a match. She gets to go. Gets to get some media attention. So I thought this was a pretty good setup. I thought she was full of it. I picked Osaka on my fantasy team and ignored her when she said that. And I thought Querrey could, but I didn't think he would beat Thiem. So I'm going to interview Carla. Carla, I hate to call you out here, but can I ask you a question? How do you feel about your performance and pulling off these 2 picks?
Actually, I feel really good about it. I mean, I knew Potty Mouth would beat Osaka. I mean, that was obvious. You have an Osaka that's got no confidence, that's scared of this player. She's intimidated by her. She just got beaten and grasped by her. So I knew that would be easy pick. I told people, don't pick Osaka. Do not. And then Sam Querrey, we all know that he can play on Wimbledon. That is his best Grand Slam. And Thiem sucks on grass. Sorry to say that, but he just does. And we knew that this would go to a tiebreaker, which most of it did till after the 3rd set. I mean, I knew he had it in the bag even after losing that 1st set. I mean, I picked Sam Querrey. I played other fantasy groups. I picked him going as far, I think, to the 4th round. I think so.
Okay. So you pretty much knew that the 1st set would go 7-6 or 6-7.
I figured it was something. It would be 7-6, 6-7, 7-6, and that's what happened. 7-6 was the 1st set.
All right, so I have a couple more questions, and then we'll just end this. So, Carla,
he'll go far.
So Carla, even though these players, that is Potty Mouth, Putintseva...
I have him going to the quarterfinals, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So, even though that these players, Potty Mouth, Putintseva, and Sam Querrey, beat some of the best in this sport, how much further do you think they can really go?
Well, I just said Sam Querrey is going to go definitely to the quarterfinals, and I have Potty Mouth, Putintseva, I wrote it down... She will win her next round, but lose to Kenin in the 3rd.
And for Querrey, you think he's a shoo-in to meet Rafael Nadal in the 4th round?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I would say that major Querrey pick very dangerous for you in this fantasy team moving forward.
I don't know. It's going to make me a lot of points.
If Querrey can continue to win, I can promise you that the likes of Jordan Nelson and those 3 tied with just 2 losses will be, or with 1 loss, will be very much disliking you at that point in time.
Hey, by the way, Arvis, you and I picked Sam Querrey on our other fantasy group. Told you it'd be a good pick.
Last question, Carla. How do you see your picking ability moving forward for the rest of this tournament?
Really good. I'm glad I didn't pick Shapovalov.
All right, so...
Oh, and Fritz, my boy, won.
Yes.
I did say that. You said Fritz would not beat Berdych.
I did say that.
And I said he would.
All right, well, Carla, you had a great picking job, but I still plan to whip you. All right.
Got it.
We talked about, real quickly, about the bet that you won with Ethan DA. I had that written here.
Yes.
So next topic moving forward will be notable matches and results from today. That is the finishing of the first round. Matchups. And by the way, Carl and I guess when we first started the show a year ago, we would go through every single match, and we found that we would end up going 2 hours, and no one had the time to watch it. So we will mention matches that we thought that were very notable, the results, who squeaked through, or who won decisively. But please, in comments below, start the discussion, because your comments are what drive these topics. So comment below. If we miss something that's notable, tell us. We'll mention it and you. So let's get that conversation started. Notable matches today, men's and women's, no particular order. Let's roll.
Well, to me, the first one that hurt a lot of people, and they picked her, was Garbi Muguruza. Your number 26 seed from Spain was beaten by a mother. Her name is Beatriz Haddad Mai from Brazil, and she was also a qualifier for this tournament. Ouch for Muguruza, goes down. Did not expect that. I actually expected her to lose maybe in the third round to Barty. Yikes. What does Muguruza do after this? I mean, she's won 2 Grand Slams, and it seems like she can't get back to the top.
I think Muguruza's still fine. She's still...
Well, she won 2 slams, so she'd be happy with
She's
that.
not super young anymore, but she's not super old. She's still fit. She's a beautiful girl. She stays fit. She seems to enjoy herself on the court. I mean, I understand she lost today. I picked her on my team, but was I, in desperation about it? No, not really shocked, but she's got a lot left in the tank. I think she moves forward. I think she has a chance to win another major one day.
Disagree with you.
I think she does.
Next one that Justin and I talked about was Leslia Sarenko from Ukraine. Your number 32 seed goes down to Barbara Strykova from the Czech Republic. We said that Barbara Strykova is good on grass. She can go pretty far in this tournament. Not a big upset. We expected this.
Barbara, or I think it's Barbora.
Barbora.
I'm guessing you pronounce it that way.
It's Barbora.
But
yes.
Strykova is a really solid player. We've talked about her for a year. Strykova is one to watch anytime she's in a tournament. Sometimes she coughs up early losses, but that's okay. Strykova, watch out for her.
And she plays Laura Siegmund from Germany, so that's a good opportunity for her to keep moving, by the way.
Siegmund is the one that wears the high socks, kind of like Maddox Sands used to do. I like Siegmund a lot as well, but look, I think that, who were we just saying?
Barbara Strykova?
Strykova. I think Strykova.
Barbara Strykova?
Yeah, I think she gets through that match.
The next one, the model wannabe Eugenie Bouchard goes down to Tamara Sidansek in 3 sets. This was a long, long match. Ouch. I guess she's going to go back to Instagram modeling. She has not won a match since February. Tough.
Look, we've talked about her as well, and for me, players like Dimitrov and Bouchard, and they spend so much time worrying about, I think, the way they look and how others perceive them in a way. And I may be wrong about Dimitrov on that one, but I'm assuming that, and assuming is never a good thing. But with Bouchard, so let me just scratch Dimitrov from that, because I'm just assuming that. But Bouchard is so self-involved with self-pictures and how she looks. I hope the best for her. She made a final here in 2014, but I don't see her tennis future any brighter. And by the way, when she is self-absorbed in her pictures, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're a female, and that's a way that you can have a career.
It's going to be a short career, because as you get older,
it's a short career, and unfortunately, someone always younger and better looking and so forth comes around, and then it shoulda, coulda, woulda. Bouchard, I think, is a classy girl. I think she's a little bit confused on what her career path may want to be. But I can promise you, before Wimbledon, she was working out on the court, and she looked way too skinny for me in terms of a tennis fitness level. She looked very thin. The quadriceps hamstrings look very thin, which is, it's hard for one to not get pushed around when you're that small. Look at
this match was full of
Wozniacki.
Unforced errors. This whole match, both of them did not play well, so it was not a good match to watch.
Yeah, so the best of luck moving forward for Bouchard, but I don't think at this point it's going to be a bright tennis future at this point.
No. Next match, the only reason I mention is because you and I have a bet. Amanda Anisimova wins her match, so both Barty and Amanda Anisimova move through their first round. She beats Zorana Sirsti 6-3, 6-3. And her next opponent is Magda Linette, which I think she'll win.
That's a good match too. Let's see how the young girl Anisimova does against Linette, because Magda Linette is a good player. She's been around for a little bit, and she can be tricky for anyone. But for Anisimova, let's just watch it to see how she does. But our bet that Carla and I have is that I chose Barty and she chose Anisimova, and the bet is which one goes further.
Well,
so we'll see.
Barty faces Van Nieuwbeek, who beat Kuznetsova today. So, I think Barty will get through that match.
There you go. All right, so
next match I have to mention.
Yeah, and kind of skip a few here and there.
Petra Kvitova looked good actually. She played her first round, looked good. One came through pretty quickly, and Kerber won her match, but didn't look too good. She had a lot of opportunities to end that match early, and it just took her a little bit longer.
Kvitova and Mladenovic, the second round match, will be interesting. I look forward to that match. Sasha Vazine tied up with Mladenovic. We have Kvitova, who won decisively today, and I have Kvitova as my finalist and winner.
This is another rematch. They have another rematch.
Yeah, so I look forward to that match. That match looks very interesting. Don't forget about Sloane Stephens in there. Did you mention Sloane?
No, I did not. Good. I mean, she came through pretty quickly. She's been pretty quiet at this one. Usually people pick her, and she got through her first round. Yeah,
and Tamea Basinski, Sloane Stephens' opponent, the Swiss girl, has trained around the likes of Federer's, or where Federer trained a little bit. I guess I would say not a little bit ago or a little while ago, but maybe just a half a decade ago. Basinski has gone deep at the French Open. I think made a semifinal before at the French, right? Maybe even twice.
Yes, she's two times she has.
Basinski's not just a slouch player, but Sloane Stephens, watch her too. I like Sloane a lot. I hope the best for her as well.
I have to mention then, dishonorable mention for me.
Dishonorable mention?
Yes, dishonorable.
All right.
Dishonorable what she did. Sharapova retires in the third set at 5-0 against Parmentier. Why don't you just let that girl finish that match? She has a wrist injury. We know she hasn't played in a while. But why would you retire at 5-0? Let the person bagel you. I mean, give him that at least. They played the match well, you lost. I wasn't happy seeing that. Honestly, if I were Sharapova, I'd question her career. Why continue? Because a lot of people are not scared of her anymore. I just didn't like that at all. Hey, let me retire at 5-0.
Everything she
messed up. The screeching was bad. The calling out the trainer a lot as an excuse was bad, and then retiring at 5-0. That's what you call a sore loser.
Man,
sorry.
I can't. Everything I wanted to say, I had that written down
just
as well
sad.
A little bit later. But everything that you said is exactly what I was going to say. That's beautifully said.
Bad sportsmanship.
First of all, Sharapova wins the second set. She drops the second set.
No, she won the first set.
Or whatever. They split sets.
Yes.
So, all in all, it ends up 5-0 in the third set. Sharapova could have walked to the baseline or told her opponent, hey, I'm going to finish this match. You know, I'm injured. I can't do whatever, but let me double fault 4 times, and we'll just call it a 6-0. But instead, she quits. I mean, her foot wasn't falling off, even though her screeching sounded like she was chewing it off every time she hit the ball. So maybe in her mind, she chewed off her foot during the match because she screamed so loud, but that didn't occur. That's just a dream, right?
It was
just a sorry display of sportsmanship, sportswomenship.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, double thumbs down on that one. I didn't really get that. Accept defeat, take the bagel, shake hands, and move on.
Yes.
But she just looked like a classic whiner on that one.
Yes. Well, on to the men, right?
Yeah, let's go into men's. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So we did have the screecher, and we did have this poor sportsmanship.
Yeah.
That's an F- performance by Sharapova.
Well, Dominic Thiem, a.k.a. Master Splinter, goes out to Sam Querrey and gets bagel in the fourth. Ouch. First set,
you called that.
Thiem takes it. Second set, Sam Querrey comes back, and he just rolled through Thiem. Just rolled through him.
The first set went down. It was
a tiebreaker. It was close.
It was about 7 o'clock this morning our time.
Yes.
We saw, or at least I saw. Yeah, we both were watching. But in my head, I told myself, she will lose Querrey here.
No, and I told him it's not over. Second set went another tiebreaker, 7-6, 7-1 the tiebreaker. Then Sam Querrey went 6-3, and then Thiem just disappears, 6-0.
TM has been overworked. We can't forget
a lot
that.
of clay for him.
A lot of clay, and did extremely well. I think that at the U.S. Open, TM will remain dangerous.
Yes, I agree with you. That's why I didn't pick him on grass. I just don't have faith in him on grass.
He would be definitely in the conversation, at least in my own mind, to go deep at the U.S. Open. I think anyone would be kind of foolish not to think that, based upon this loss. I don't think this loss by TM hurts his trajectory.
No, it does. He's not
forward.
good on grass. His record on grass is not good.
Yeah, I mean, he's still top 5 in the world, in my opinion.
Yes.
I think eventually Wawrinka will creep back up in there at 5 to 6 mix at some point in time, hopefully. But TM is very well deserved to be in that mix. And look at that. If that were to happen, you would have TM, Federer, and Wawrinka all with one-handers in the top 5, which I think will happen eventually. And then you'll have Nadal and Djokovic in there. But I think that's your top 5 players currently.
Yeah. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Nick Kyrgios, wins against Jordan Thompson in 5 sets.
Did you just call Nick Kyrgios the Hunchback of Notre Dame? I wish I had a towel here.
I watched this match out of curiosity because I thought Thompson had a chance, which he did, but then he loses. I mean, oh my gosh. The commentators kept laughing at every stupid thing Kyrgios would do. I mean, why would we keep egging this guy? He looks terrible on the court. He doesn't represent himself well. He can't even walk straight. He doesn't even look like a man. A man walks straight. You don't walk.
Oh, that's why you're calling him Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I understood that, but I didn't. I had to kind of picture that for a second.
It's like, does he think that looks good? Honestly, this match was messy. The way he played, if Nadal plays the way he did today against Kyrgios, should be done in 3 sets. 3 sets.
I don't know.
It was awful. You're going to go slice, drop shot, and then try to go for a forehand winner when it goes like all the way to where the linesman come out. It just didn't make sense. Both players look foolish. Even Thompson screaming at his box. What is your box going to do for you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree on some fronts there, Carla, and then I disagree on some fronts.
He got lucky to get through that match.
Again,
he lost the 4 set. Didn't he lose the 4 set bagel?
Yes, I understand that. But again, with Kyrgios, again, we've talked about on this show for thousands of years, there has been some type of jester or clown.
Why do you defend him?
Oh man, can I even speak? Give me a minute. Give me 60 seconds.
Okay.
For thousands of years, there has been jesters and clowns that have entertained the masses in some way, shape, or form. By telling jokes, by acting like a fool, by throwing temper tantrums, by being whatever. People will flock in first and foremost. Think about this, if Nick Kyrgios did not act like Nick Kyrgios, would he still have the same magnitude of sponsorship that he gets currently at rank number 43 in the world?
No.
So he sells tickets because people don't know what to expect, right? Correct. I don't think there was ever a time during the match today where I was actually thought that Kyrgios would lose the match. I thought that he toyed around with him, and then when it got really important, he sold enough tickets, people bought enough concessions at the concession stands, and then he just handled his business and went about his way. Now, moving forward against someone like the likes of Rafael Nadal, lest we not forget, head-to-head, they've played 6 times, and they are 3 for 3, correct?
Correct.
The last time that they met, it got a little intense on the ego sides of both. Attitudes flares, tempers flared, and we have had multiple snapbacks from Kyrgios to the likes of Nadal and Djokovic, not Federer, but Nadal and Djokovic for the past couple of months now, since Kyrgios has been out of the French and most of the clay running up, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing about Kyrgios is he doesn't care. I was going to talk like him. I don't care. He doesn't care.
Hey, bro.
Well, at least that's his theatrical act. And maybe it's an act or maybe it's not. But I think Kyrgios is very dangerous for Rafael Nadal. Do I think Rafael Nadal will win? I don't know.
I think he will. It's a 3 out of 5 sets. He did. Kyrgios did beat him in Acapulco. That was a 2 out of 3. Today he got a code violation. He can't do that. I'm sure they're going to put him either on the main court or one of the main courts. I see this 3 out of...
Yeah, that has to be center court.
That has to be center court. So I don't think he's going to act such a fool because I don't think they're going to tolerate that.
Well, I think that's a good statement, but I will try to say this. One would be a fool to act like a fool, when you play Rafael Nadal.
Yes.
Because you cannot stay focused long enough to beat someone like Rafael Nadal. If Kyrgios stays on his game, has a little fun with the crowd simply to keep his own mind entertained, then great. But if he falls off the deep end and throws another chair, then he won't win. And at Wimbledon, surely he will be dismissed from the tournament. So I say this is a good match to watch. Again, I hope I don't see a clown match.
I will watch
but
it.
I will watch it.
Sure.
And I wish them both well. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind seeing Kyrgios win. I mean, maybe it will help him finally grow up and not erase his special talent that he has. But maybe
there are a lot of people with special talent out there that are good people that deserve to be there.
Okay, well, if he acts like a schmuck tomorrow, then he'll just remain the guy that's sponsored because he acts like a clown.
All right, next match, notable match, and I only mention it because it's a veteran. Jo-Wilfried Tsonga takes out another clown, Bernard Tomic. Good for him. Straight sets, done. 1, 2, 3.
Good for Tsonga. Tsonga as well as Tomas Berdych, again, are two gentlemen that are on the top of my list of those that shoulda, coulda, woulda won a major but didn't.
And next match for him is Ricardas Berankis, who took out Shapovalov.
Good for Berankis. I watched this kid in person play the 2007 U.S. Open final against Jerzy Janowicz and beat him in the junior U.S. Open final. That was a nice match. I wonder what happened to Jerzy Janowicz, by the way.
He was injured. He hasn't been back to play tennis yet.
Yeah, I forgot about Jerzy.
Yeah.
Good job for Berankis, though.
Taylor Fritz, my boy, takes out my ex-boy, Thomas Berdych.
Man, she's got all these boys. She's got Berdych. She's got Thor.
No.
She's got
Taylor Fritz, I just
Taylor
say my
Fritz.
boy. I just say that because he reminds me of my son, Jonathan. That's why I say that. Nothing to do with that. I think that he is an American potential hopeful to do something. Not a Grand Slam. I don't know. Better than Tiafoe. Better than Isner, in my opinion. Better than Opelka. Better than Sam Querrey. I just think he has a better chance.
You know what I think's crazy? Not crazy, but just odd, is that you can sit here and talk about all these hot tennis players or ex-boys.
Taylor Fritz is I look at him like my son.
But if I bring up pretty tennis girls, then I'm like
when have I? No.
No, I'm like a dude like knocking women or something.
When have I said that?
No, not me. I'm just saying, just in general.
I'm not saying anything bad about them.
Okay, so you got since you say all these hot tennis dudes,
Taylor Fritz
who are the most beautiful tennis girls then?
You have many.
Give me one. You see what I'm saying?
No, she retired. What's her name?
What? See, this is what I'm talking about. She's
There's actually many. I just don't know their name. Many of them.
Man, we can list a lot.
Silvakova's one.
Man, we can list a lot.
I don't know.
Anyways, I'm just being respectful, but
Berdych is hot. That's the only one that's hot.
I'd say 90% of these young ladies on tour, when they're going out on the red carpet.
Let's see. Yeah, Benchik is pretty. Vekic is pretty. Kerber is pretty.
Sakari.
They're all pretty.
Lizicki. Yafan Wang.
Okay, all of them. I don't have a problem with that.
Don't forget about Sloane Stephens.
How many girls that are watching the show here think that Tomas Berdych is hot? I bet you all will raise their hand.
Monica Puig.
All right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But anyways, you lost. You said that Fritz had no chance against Berdych. Does everyone remember that?
I did say that.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
I did say that.
And he's, by the way...
I'm still shocked that Fritz beat Berdych, though. I didn't see that coming.
He's going to face Struff, by the way, in the next round.
Fritz does?
Yes.
I'm going to give that match to Struff. I think
I'm
Struff
giving that to
beats
Fritz. I have him going further in. Next match that I have to say is Marco Bagdatis, because this is his last tournament.
Let's go, Bagdatis.
So he won his first round. Good for him against Schnur. And his next match is against Barenti, the Italian. This is going to be a fun match to watch.
Bagdatis has a chance in that match.
Yeah, good match to watch.
I'm still not completely sold on Barenti.
Some people have Barenti, by the way.
Look, I'm gonna pull for Bagdatis here. I think Bagdatis has a shot.
Me too.
He's got a shot.
By the way, why did it take Federer 4 sets today?
He started slow. I thought about even writing that down.
Right, sent me a message. He's like, ha. Federer lost the first set.
Well, he dropped the... he dropped the first set. But I think it was like 6-2, 6-2, 6-1 after that, or somewhere in there.
It was pretty quick.
So, yeah, a slow start, it happens. I'm the world's greatest at slow starting. So, no worries. It's just a hiccup, just a bump, no big deal.
By the way, Tiafoe and Fognini in the 5th set.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the Italian will call the trainer again.
It's got to be getting dark out there.
Yeah. Jerry's still playing. They're on the 3rd set. He split sets with Androssi. Chilik's about to be up 2 sets. Iron Man, my man, Fusovic is...
You see what I'm talking about?
is at the 3rd set. Split sets with Novak. Not Novak Djokovic. Novak is the last name.
See, I'm going to start right now when I write down matches. Instead of saying, like Simona Halep, I'm going to say, man, the most ripped up, strong, beautiful girl in the world, Halep. But then the audience is going to think like I'm some type of womanizer or something. But I would just be trying to give her payback. So I have to be careful.
Payback?
It's a different world out there.
I'm next to you. Who cares?
All right. Is that all the men's matches? Or at least the notable ones?
Isner's up 2 sets and about to win the match. So yeah, there's still a few matches playing, by the way.
All right. Well, we're gonna move forward.
And Bertin wins.
Bertin's won.
Okay,
so that's gonna help a lot of people out of the
and
fantasy
Bekic has won the first set. So.
Good for Bekic. She was down early too.
Yeah, she was.
All right. Moving forward. So some intriguing second round matchups tomorrow. And here, this is one for Carla. The lovely Danielle Collins.
I think she's lovely.
Is going to match up against the beautiful and my girl, Sevitsova. And then we have.
I think many will disagree with
And then we have the ripped up my girl, Heather Watson, playing the ripped up and strong and beautiful Annette Kontaveit. Sound familiar, Carla?
Oh, that's pretty funny that you're saying all
right, anyway,
I'm rooting for Collins on that
Intriguing matches tomorrow. Danielle Collins playing Sevitsova, Heather Watson playing Kontaveit, Sue Shea playing Flipkins.
That's a good match.
I'm calling the upset alert here. I think Flipkins beats Sue Shea tomorrow.
I agree with you.
I think Flipkins wins. She's tricky on grass.
Yes, I agree.
And Flipkins, too, can pull off shots with both hands. So she doesn't all the time play two hands, but she's known to pull out some tricky shots with two hands, okay?
By the way, here, the person that will win that match is the one that has the more finesse. The slice is used a lot on grass. Those people that win on these matches, they have a lot of touch. It's not just big hitters. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the Sue Shea Flipkins match. I hope Flipkins wins that. No disrespect to Floor that picked Hasai to win it all, but I think Flipkins has a chance to win this match. Not saying she will, but I think she has a really good chance. Yes. Monica Puig, my girl. What's up, Monica? What's up? Let's go! Love this girl. Woo!
You can't even look at the camera when you say that.
Man, what's up, Monica? Talking about you, girl. Woo!
Okay, now you're over exaggerating it.
Man, she's Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Man, what's up with my deal with these Spanish women anyway? No, something in the air. Around here. All right, Monica Puig versus Carolina Pliskova. Monica Puig versus Carolina Pliskova. Simona Halep versus her countrywoman Buzarnescu. Watch out.
Okay.
Tomljanovic versus Azarenka. Let's go, Victoria. Just hold down the screen. Madison Keys playing her cog. Good match.
Good match. I have Madison Keys winning that.
The young Corey Goff, the 15-year-old, playing Rybar Karova tomorrow.
I think she'll go down.
Sofia Kenin playing Yastremska. I have Yastremska beating Kenin tomorrow.
Let's go, Kenin.
Potty Mouth Putin-Seba playing Golubic, and this will be a good match as well.
By the way, I love Serena's dress. I forgot to mention that. She won her match, as we mentioned before. She looked fit. Good for her.
All right, so I had written here, same brainwave, Carla Sharapova not finishing, super subpar class. Let her have her bagel. Let's go Parmentier, great Fed Cup player, etc. We've already talked about that.
Yes.
Squashing it.
Yes.
Another quick topic at the end. The rise of Taylor Fritz. Is this something that's occurring or not? Is this?
I think so. Doesn't he have a new coach? Who's his coach? We were just talking about this. It's a high-profile coach.
I don't know the coach. Was it Anakin?
Yes, Anakin. Anakin.
So Anakin, I was gonna say I didn't know who the new coach was, but then I remember it was Anakin.
Yes.
Anakin has a very mellow but straightforward to the point personality. He describes the court in a way, from a strategic standpoint, that you can feel and not only just hear. So when he's talking about strategy and coaching, he's not like giving you something to memorize. He gives something to you that you kind of remember because it flows. Mm-hmm. It kind of gels with the mind. But I did not think Taylor Fritz would beat Tomas Berdych. I did not. If they played again tomorrow, I would still choose Tomas Berdych. However, Fritz is maturing, and I wanted to take a step back and say I don't think it's necessarily 100% he's maturing so quickly because of tennis. He is a very young father, and I know there's a lot of fathers and mothers out there. When you have a child,
you have to grow up.
And you've had a child for a couple of years now. I think he had the child when he was 18 or 19.
Yeah, he was very young.
And so that child has developed into a 3 or 4 year old young man or
he's
lady.
Married, so he's got to mature, yes.
So, he's growing up with someone, and he's wanting to share his game and his life with his child, and he's very happy and go lucky, and now he has a nice, smooth, understandable coach with him that has a good energy about him. And Anacone, I like Anacone a lot.
By the way,
Anacone was a Federer for a long time.
His wife is Spanish and a former tennis player.
So
I didn't know that, huh?
See, man, Fritz's and Davis's got this thing for these Spanish girls. So, but I applaud Taylor Fritz here, and I wish the best for him. Do I think he's the future of American tennis? No, I still don't think on the men's side we have seen that yet. But
from what we've seen right now,
I
would say so. He's got a better shot than, in my opinion, than Opelka does. And who else? Tiafoe?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you totally. So I guess the $1 million question is right now the top American tennis player is John Isner, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and he's close to retirement.
So is Fritz on the trajectory to replace again subpar, classy guy, good player, but I'm not a big fan of a serve or not win or lose type player? That's Isner, but I think Taylor Fritz has a little bit more of a package than Isner, so therefore I think he's the future of what we can expect for men's tennis in America, but I do not think that Fritz will be a number 1 player or even top 5 ever, in my opinion. Maybe so, and I hope so, but I doubt it.
It's too early. Let's see how his career goes. I can't say.
But he's maturing rapidly. I like the kid a lot. Wish the best for him.
Yes.
And his family.
Yes.
So I guess the question is this the rise of Fritz or not? All right, Rafael Nadal versus Nick Kyrgios. I wrote this. We've already talked about it. I think this will be very, very intense. I think this one will have its shares of Kyrgios clownness. I think we will have some Kyrgios meltdowns. Will a lot of it be planned theatrics or a controlled amount of theatrics right on the cusp of what Wimbledon will tolerate simply to sell tickets? Absolutely. Do I think that Nadal will beat Kyrgios? Probably, not for sure. But I can only say that this match will be worth watching. Maybe not watching Kyrgios' antics, but it's going to be a good one.
Sure.
It'll be a good match. It'll be hyped up for sure, kind of like a boxing match in a way, right?
Yes.
A lot of boos and a lot of cheers. Query has an open draw. Congratulations, Carla, on your pick there.
Next match is Rublev for him.
I think Sam Querrey will go right through Rublev, and I think that Query will march on into the 3rd round.
Yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and run into the last part of the show, and that's 12 rapid-fire questions. If you all are new to this channel, what will happen here is I will ask 12 questions. In comments, type your answers to these questions. The fun part is you can't really think about it. If you can't answer the questions immediately, yes or no, true, false, A through E, or whatever, pick one, fill in the blank, then just pass and go to the next one. Carla does not see these before I write them. I always just write them in and do them here. Carla cannot look at my paper. You must look at the screen. Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Question number 1. Do you think that Sam Querrey will now be the favorite to meet Rafael Nadal in the 4th round?
Yes.
Question number 2. Between Maria Sharapova, Grigor Dimitrov, and Eugenie Bouchard, who would have the brighter future as the next big clothing, underwear, or swimsuit model?
Dimitrov.
See,
well,
actually, you know what? I'll agree with you.
Because I think agree with me on that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because Sharapova and Bouchard, they're just too skinny for me, and they're not Spanish.
You have to.
I like the Spanish
say.
girls, man. Just saying. Blondie's not for me. I like the Spanish girl, especially this one here. All right. Question number 3. On a long trip, if you had your choice, would you prefer to drive or fly?
Drive, because I like to explore different things, like to see different things. Definitely drive.
Question number 4, a part A and a part B, and this has to do with tennis attire, especially because Wimbledon, you always wear all white, and I think at the U.S. Open it's quite common that people wear all black, and etc. And there's a lot that goes into color tradition, sweating, sun intake, and there's a lot that goes into it. But my questions are, question 4A, are you more fond of an all-white tennis shoe or an all-black tennis shoe?
All-black tennis shoe.
I think the all-white shoe looks better, but I would rather buy black, especially with 5 kids. Because it gets dirty and you can't afford to buy shoes but like once a year, and then they get holes in them and you finally buy new ones. At least the black keeps them looking better.
Yeah, I prefer the colors, but...
Question B, 4B. Are you more fond of an all-black tennis outfit or an all-white one?
Oh, white.
Me too. Again, I'd rather buy the all-black to keep cleaner, stain purposes. We cook a lot and get stuff all over it.
But it's hot when you
But
put
it's
it
hot.
on.
It's
Yeah.
hot. So I go with the black shoes and the white. I agree with you.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Boom. Question number 5. Do you already miss Stefanos Tsitsipas in this tournament?
No.
I kind of do. He brings that whole kind of like, what's up, kind of spastic. I
He
kind of
needs
do.
a little break. He deserves it.
Question number 6. Do you already miss Grigor Dimitrov in this tournament?
Nope.
Yeah, he's really let me down for 5 majors now. I'm not missing him yet.
I think Millennium Constancy said you cursed him because you picked him.
I probably did.
Yeah.
Question number 7. Should Grigor Dimitrov get back together with Maria Sharapova?
I don't know.
Maybe fun.
I don't have an opinion
Maybe
about that.
form a joint business or something?
I don't know.
Number 8. Tomas Berdych, arguably on the top of my list of players that could have won a major but never has or did.
Mm-hmm.
Should he retire from tennis?
Yes.
Question number 9. Is this a true statement? We are watching the rise of Taylor Fritz.
Yes.
Question number 10. Does Corey Goff, the young 15-year-old American girl that beat Venus Williams yesterday, beat Rybar Korova tomorrow?
I hope so for her. I don't think she will.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Question number 11. If you had to choose between a movie, mini golf, or bowling, which do you choose?
Movie.
I'm going to go bowling on that so I can still be competing. Mini golf.
It's boring.
I'm going to go mini golf, bowling, then movie.
It's boring.
Most movies are junk.
Mini golf is boring.
Most movies are junk these days.
I'll watch an old movie then.
Yeah, if it was like an 80s movie, all right. 90s movie, maybe, but nowadays movies are just whack. It's no good. All right, question number 12. If you had to choose between cooking in an oven, on a stove, or on a grill, what would you choose?
Grill.
Last question. This is bonus question, and this is a big one. You ready? Choose A, B, C, D, or E. Okay? A through E. Choose one. Here's the question, or scenario. Okay? You pull into a parking lot in your car, and there's a grocery cart left in a parking space that is closer to the door than others without a cart in your way. Okay, so you pull into a grocery store, there's a closed parking space.
It's happened to me many times.
Yeah,
Yes.
it happens all the time, right?
Yes,
you
yes.
follow me though, right?
Yes.
Here's your choices. What do you do? Okay? Everybody understand the scenario?
Yes,
Think
yes.
everybody gets it?
Yes.
What do you do? A, keep rolling forward, pull into another space, thus ignoring the cart altogether, but you saw it. So just keep rolling, whip in, get out, forget the cart, walk in. That's A. B, okay, choice B. Ram the cart with your car.
I've seen people do that.
Ram your cart with the car, get mad at the buffoon that left it there, and seek him or her out inside the store, or wait until they get out and tell them how much of a buffoon they were.
No.
Okay. C, ignore the cart, get another space, then go in the store and get another cart. Then when you come out, leave another cart in the parking lot yourself.
No, I would not do that.
Sure about that? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you would.
Yeah.
D, none of these thoughts apply to me. I was totally oblivious to the cart in the first place. Question or thought E. Okay? Think about the poor cart guy. Get out, move the cart, park in that space, and then use the cart and put it back up when you're done.
That's what I always do. I move the cart. And last time we did it, I think we were at a store. There was a cart right there. I got out, moved it, waited for you to park, then use the same cart.
All right, so if Carla pulls into the parking lot, she will get out, move the cart, thinking about the poor
They
cart
get paid
guy.
minimum wage. They don't need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, in Alabama, it gets like
Jeez.
110 degrees, and there's a whole parking lot
Sometimes
full
him
of
and
carts.
him and I grab the carts and we put them in where they could just pick them up on one row.
Yeah.
It's crazy that people do that.
And then we watch a hardworking human being come out with just drenched in sweat, just drenched in absolute sweat. Not just drenched, I mean drenched. And then they have to go get all these carts and put these carts not only from the receptacle they're supposed to go in into the store. Now they got to collect them from the whole busy parking lot, put them into a receptacle so they'll come together, right? And then take them inside the store, all because a bunch of buffoons want to just get out, stick their cart there, and roll out.
As a matter of fact, when we go food
Whatever.
shopping, which we did today, you always
Gee.
go and walk back and put the cart back. I mean,
Man,
it's not hard to do.
come on, people make minimum wage. After
They're getting
tax,
so lazy.
yeah, let's say you make $7.25 an hour. I think minimum wage in Alabama is $7.35 an hour. You lose necessarily half of that or more with taxes and insurance. You bring home $2 an hour, and folks can't even put the grocery cart up for a brother, man. What's that? Bad karma. Wake up. Put the cart up. Jeez. It's worse than Sharapova's screeching. Think I'd rather put all the carts up than have to listen to that garbage. Man.
I could say worse things, but I don't want to gross people out.
Man, the cart thing's just whack. Put the cart up, because whoever's got to get it is so broke they can't even pay attention like a lot of us, and now they got to do that for $2 an hour in the sweltering heat. That's just weak. Put the cart up.
Yeah.
Anyway, much love to all of you. That is it. Remember that without you, there is no show. So thank you very much to all of you. Keep the comments coming. Thanks so much, as always, to YTEX Strings as a company and as a whole, especially personal friend Ivor Savage, who, by the way, is South African, and he had a little shot today of some Federer glimpses today when his South African compadre had a set against Federer, right?
Isn't Federer? If Federer's mother South African or father?
I don't recall that. That's a good question. I should know that.
I think that. Yes.
But anyway, sorry, Ivor, that
that
Lloyd Harris didn't pull off the upset of Federer's career, even though I think when Millman beat Federer at the U.S. Open, that was kind of shocking, too.
That was shocking.
And when Del Potro beat Federer at the U.S. Open, down 2 sets, or up 2 sets, and then when Tsonga beat Federer at Wimbledon up 2 sets, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And when Anderson beat Federer at Wimbledon when Federer was up 2
shocking,
sets.
yes.
Man,
that made a terrible final.
Yeah, Federer should have like 25
That made
majors.
a terrible final for Wimbledon.
Man,
yes,
shoulda, coulda, woulda. Anyway, thanks so much again to Ivor and YTEX. Without them, a lot of these private giveaways would be much more limited in scope. So thank you, Ivor, for helping with all of them. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow. And if today, again, isn't super organized, it's because there's so many matches going on. But when the matches get shorter, it comes together a little bit better. But much better than last year, I would think.
Yes.
Hopefully. All right, everyone, take care. See you later. We will see you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. And
tomorrow will be a late show.
Yeah, we got to teach all day long. But that's good. I enjoy the teaching, so we'll come in pumped up. Maybe a little dragging around a little bit, but we'll get it done. So late show tomorrow, maybe download it after midnight Central Standard Time, but we'll get it done. All right? As Carl always says.
Cheers.
Adios. Cheers, Mike.